Hello everyone. My name is Jethro. So we're back on our series. This is part 2 of our videos. We made part 1, and just in case you didn't watch part 1, I advise and recommend that you watch it such that we can move together and we'll be all updated. So for today we are going to talk about columns, how to insert columns, beams, and then slabs in our design. Yeah, as you know, structure design, it's a sensitive area. You don't just design anything because uh, even the people who made the software, the Protastructure, they said in their manual that you have to be the engineer for your software. Why? Because what you feed it, it's what it's gonna give you as output. So if you give it garbage, of course it will give you wrong results. That's why in structure design, you have to read, you have to understand some of the basics in design. So we don't just end on only the learning the software, but also we go ahead and read some books. Yeah, I can recommend a book like Chanacha. Yeah, Aria Chanacha. It's a very wonderful book. It talks about very many things. It has both Eurocode and BS standards. Yeah, so you can read and get to know some of these basics as you continue with your career in structure designing. So, by the major purpose as to why we do structure designing, it's a safety issue. We want to ensure that we are building structures that are not going to collapse on people. You get? That's why we do the structure design and all the detailing and everything. Why? We are trying to ensure safety. As you know, a doctor can kill one, but an engineer can kill 1,000 in one day. You get? Take an example in case, just I'll give you an example. In case a tragedy happens and the Burj Khalifa gets a problem, do you know how many people can lose it? So that's why we have to be so technical, have to design everything that we are doing, have to do it with a lot of care. And yeah, so we have to put in a lot of knowledge and understand whatever that we are doing so that we feed our software with the right information so that we can get the right output. So for today, let us kick off with our videos, with our series. We shall start with columns, how to insert columns. So we shall just come here to our column tab and click on it. When you click on it, of course, it's gonna bring for you a pop-up in this area, in this corner. And this pop-up is showing you the label, it's showing you the story one, it's showing you the this one is the depth, this 500, the depth of the column, and it's also showing you the breadth. You get? So it's what we have here is the depth, which is 500, and then our breadth is 250. You can change it accordingly based on what you want to achieve, actually. Yeah, so like for me, I want to use my depth as for 400. 400 millimeters. Then for my breadth, I will leave it the way it is. Eccentricity, I will not do anything on it. I will leave it at 0. Then I'll just come here to update. When you come to update, of course, just come and click there, and you have your column. But our column, remember, we wanted it to be 400 by 250, but it has come when it is 500 by 250. So what you are going to do, just highlight and then right click. When you right click, it will show you the properties. So we are going to toggle that point on the properties. So when you click on properties, to bring back the other pop-up. So you just come and click there and then edit it to 400. Then you update. Yeah, so when you update, I think you can see it has changed to 400 by 250. So we are going to place it everywhere, place our columns all over. Yeah, just like that. This here, yeah, there, there, and at that point also yes, sir. So I think you can see that we have already placed our columns. This is a rectangular column as you can see it. So we have already placed our columns in our building that we are trying to design. Yeah, so we are going to go now to the go back to modeling and then click on beams because we want to insert our beams now. So when you click on beams, it also brings a pop-up here, which is showing the label, it is showing the type of the beam, normal. You can toggle here, you can see support band, wall, coupling beam. Those are different types, but we are going to leave it as normal because we want to design for the normal beams. Then it is showing you the breadth of the beam to be 250. By the way, this breadth is always taken, it's already given the dimension of the what of the wall. So take an example, your wall is 200. So if your wall is 200, it means even your beam, it's supposed or it's recommended to be 200. You get, we need to make beams that flush with our walls because creating a beam which protrudes, it's also, yeah, it's not, yeah, interesting. So we need to create beams that are flashing with our wall, yeah, in terms of the breadth. Then when it comes to the depth, here they are giving the product structure has already put for you 500, but this you can edit it accordingly, the way you want it to be, according to what you're trying to achieve. You get. So take an example. I have maybe 200 as my what? As my wall thickness. So even my beam with breadth, I'll give it what? Or width, I'll give it 200. Then for my depth, I want to take it as 400. So I just come there and click 400. After clicking that 400, I just come here and say update. Yeah, 200, 400, then update. Click on update. I'll just come here and pull my beam. The command is still there. I also come and pull that one. Then from there to there, then from there to there. Yeah, you can just first press escape, then but the command is still there. Click there, pull it downwards. Escape. Just press escape once, then click there, move it here, just like that. Escape, then click there, up to there, escape, and then this, up to this. Yeah, so as you can see, we have done what? We've placed our beams, and our beams, you can see it is 200 by 400 as we dimensioned it from here. So what we are going to do next, I want to show you something very simple. Sometimes you can maybe be designing your building, but your building can have maybe some curved beams. So you can ask yourself, how can I place a curved beam? Because as you can see these days, there are very many buildings that you find when they have circular. You find them when they have circular beams, things like to do with that. So there, I'm going to show you an example from this one. So I'll just come here and delete this beam and also come here, click on it, and then highlight it. Then I delete it. So go back to your beams and come back to my beams. Of course, I will place there my 200, my 400. Then when you come down here, you can see curved beam insertion. I think everyone can see this. So just come here and click on it. Click on that. You come here, place your cursor, click there, and also click at the last point there like that. But of course, you have to be knowing the what your radius that you're trying to achieve, because without that, then it means whatever you're doing it in vain. You get me? I think you feel me. So you have to make sure that I'm targeting this other column, as you can see this one here. So I'm targeting. So I'm targeting it so like this one can just fit in there like that. Then I place that one like that, as you can see. So I've been able to achieve my curved beam. So this one, of course, for this column, I will not need it. Yeah, for this column here, as you can see, I will not need it for this case. Therefore, I'll just highlight it and delete it. I want to do the same thing for also this beam here so that it looks the same. Even here, I'll come here and delete. Go back to my beam. I place in my 1200, then 400. Then come and click on curved beam insertion, then update. Click on update, I'll just click there, up to there, then pull it like this, like that. Yeah. So that's what I have. You can see it looks pretty cool, as you can see it. Yeah. So with that, I can also maybe, in case I want, I can also remove this beam here. You just highlight the beam and then you remove it, just like that. So that is a kind of structure I'm trying to design, as you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see it. Looks nice. Yeah. So we can look at what we have designed so far. We can look at it in 3D. So to see the 3D model, what you do, you will just come here and come to where you are seeing this story one plan. Then you just click on it and then highlight. When you highlight, it will tell you change to 3D view. So you just click there like that, and it will show you the 3D view of your whatever you have tried, you've been trying to do it to design. You can see we did remove this column here. So we are going to go back to our plan. Come there, then you change to plan view. We're going to come back and do what? Highlight and then delete. So when you come back, we go back to our 3D model. You can see everything is okay. I think everyone is able to see that. That's what we have so far. So let us now go to our slab. We want to insert the slabs right now. So just come to slab tab and then click on it. When you click, to bring a pop-up. It's bringing for you label. That's how it's going to be labeling them. 1S1, 1S2, things like that. When you come to type this, showing the type of the slab. We have a one-way slab, have a two-way slab, have cantilever slab, and all that. But so you just click, if you see more, you can just click there and then you see all the types of slab that they are offering you there. Yeah, but for us, for our study purposes, we are going to take one-way slab. Is what you are designing for. This H is just showing you the thickness of your slab, and normally in Uganda, for us, we use 150 normally as the thickness of our slab, but it can change depending on the function of the building and the loading is going to be on it, and all that. It depends on what the specification that you want as an engineer. As I said, don't allow Protastructure to design for you. you have to design. You are the engineer of the software actually. So whatever you give to it is what it will give you as the output. You understand? For it just simplifies your work in a way that it calculates everything very fast, so it doesn't waste your time, and it is more accurate. It is more accurate. Actually, it is very very accurate if you give it the right information. Yeah. Our concrete cover, it's 25, which is okay. Yeah, this one is, we normally use 25 as the concrete cover. So just come here and update. After clicking on update, just come here and begin inserting them. You click there, it will come, click there. Yeah, click there, click there, 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 yep, even there. Yeah, so that's all that we need, because in this place we don't need to put anything there. We want to leave it as a free space. Yeah. So we can so now what we can do, we can go and view. Just come here to story one. Here under view, as you can see views, then is story one plan, then right click, and then you go to your 3D model. Yeah. So as you can see, you having your slab. I think you can see it. You have your slab in there. Yes, I know everyone can see it. You can see we have our slab. It has already been fixed. Yes. So yeah, so when you go back to our 2D or our plan view, this is what we have for now. We have been able to place our to insert our columns. We have inserted our beams. We have placed our slabs. But on these slabs, there is something that I want to show you. Yes, under the slabs. So when you click on the slab tab there, just click on it once, it will bring this pop-up here. When it brings this pop-up here, we have what we call the load. I think you can see this. There is a general, and then we have the loading. So when you click on the loading, you can see it's showing you the select weight. This one is this load. That tab we use it when we want to insert what to insert our loadings that are going to be imposed on our one on our building or on our slab. Yeah, remember when people come to the building or anything, the live loads and actually the live loads, all those things, plus also the dead load of the slab itself, everything will be doing that. All that weight will be carried by the columns and the beams and the columns up to the foundation. Yeah. So the self is showing the self weight of the slab. Its self weight is 2.88. Yeah, according to the type of slab that we have chosen. Then you can see it is in kilonewtons per meter squared. Then we have here to enter value, that telling us enter value for the dead load. In case you have already calculated your values for all your dead loads, you just come and insert it there. Then we have the imposed loads. You also come and insert it there. We have the roof loads, snow loads, and then the rain loads. Yeah, but according to BS, because that's a code that we are using. It's the standard it's the standard that we are basing on to do this design. So you just come here to your imposed load and then right click. When you right click, you can see a number of parameters. You can see in case you are designing for domestic use, general domestic use, that's the loading or the imposed load that they expect you to use. That is 1.5 kilonewtons per meter squared. In case you're designing for a residential commercial area, this is what they expect you, the 1.5 steel. If you are you're designing one for the a plant roof, a plant roof, they are going to carry very heavy machines. That's why you can see the imposed load that we expect on it is kind of big, 7.5 kilonewtons per meter squared. Yeah, then the parking of car and light machinery. But for our project, we want to design for, I'm going to give it the one for office. Where is it? I think you can see it. 2.5 offices for general use. So in case I'm designing for offices for general, just come to here at offices for general use, and then you click on it. When you click on it, of course, already the imposed load will come here immediately. You understand? So, but for the dead load, you have to calculate the dead load and then get to know the type of dead load you expect to come from your structure elements. Because the dead load, this is the load of the structure itself. You get the loading from the slab itself, the slab itself, then the columns themselves, the beams themselves, all those, the weight that comes from all the loadings that comes from all those ones, those structural elements, the walls and all that, those are the dead loads. The imposed loads, these are like the live loads. The loads that will just be imposed on the building. You understand? So you will come here and place in your dead load that you expect to occur on your building. You understand? Take an example. I'm expecting a load of maybe something like 3.0 kilonewtons per meter squared. I'll just place it there like that. Then you come here and update. When you come to update, of course, you will begin inserting your slabs as we did the other time. I know everyone saw that. Yeah, so basically that's what I wanted to show you. Yeah, thank you for listening. We meet in the next video. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.